Another episode of Chiro Gold. And today I'm very excited to have a longtime friend, actually my original chiropractor, Dr. Tory Robson. That's a whole different story for another time. But I've had just a great friendship for a long time, since I guess it'd be 1996. So long time. And, in that time, Tory has done a lot, which is, to be commended here. And in addition to building 6 different offices, he has now, since 2009, been the creator, the leader of Winner's Edge Consulting, which is a fantastic program that I've been a part of for a long time that has helped hundreds of chiropractors be better chiropractors. And in addition to that, be better people, financially, health-wise, family-wise, really helped them to be a better person completely. So it is my honor to have with us today Dr. Tory Robson. Thanks for joining us.
It's great to be here.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
Finally, we're doing a talk like this.
Absolutely. So, we've had Joe Strauss interviewing him, and the whole purpose of Chiro Gold is to help chiropractors to help spread the message of objective, straight chiropractic in a more clear way because of the impact that it can have on people in their community. And quite simply, because I think it is the most logical way to practice. It just makes the most sense. And so we've had Dr. Joe Strauss share with us a couple times already the philosophical side of it, the logical side of it that way, from the just that it makes sense. So what I wanted to do today is have Dr. Robson share with us a little bit, because he's helped so many people in this facet, is the application of the philosophy of chiropractic. And one of the things we've been talking about here, Tory, I even mentioned this with Dr. Joe Strauss, is that from a business standpoint, it just makes sense. And so I thought the first thing we could talk about today, with your experience and expertise on this, is just that. A lot of chiropractors, I think, they either never start with just being a chiropractor, or they might start in that way, then they change quickly because they're afraid that they can't make any money. And of course, we have to make money as a chiropractor, but they get drawn into all the other stuff because they think it's going to be more profitable. So maybe share with us some of your thoughts and experiences on dealing with chiropractors in that way.
Well, chiropractors and everybody, beyond chiropractors, we got a little intruder there. Intruder in Sector G. Release the hounds.
Little gremlin.
Oh, that's great, though. But by the way, that's what we've got here. See, we got a chiropractic house founded on chiropractic principles with chiropractic kids, chiropractic care at the center of it. And that's the thing I wanted to mention here is every chiropractor is centered around something, whether they realize it or not. They're centered around something. And it could be many different things. It could be some neurosis from the past. They could have had a financial thing that hurt them, and that has them in a state of fear that they're always kind of orbiting around. They could be centered around health and fitness and really, really into that. Any of a number of different things in the different categories in our life. But chiropractically, you're centered around something. And that centering has to come from being taught what to be centered around. And the earlier this is taught, the better. I happen to be fortunate that I got centered around chiropractic principles and chiropractic adjustments and the philosophy of chiropractic right out of the gate. And I feel incredibly lucky for that.
Right.
So if you're centered around the principle of chiropractic and you really have that at the core of what guides you in practice, and that is that we have been given a body's been created with a nervous system as the central controlling system, and the way the anatomy and the physiology and the biology works. In fact, chiropractic philosophy really is almost just anatomy in action. And when we understand that and we realize, well, if we understand the chiropractic principle, nerve flow, brain, 100% going to all cells, tissues, organs, and glands for 100% of the person's life. So the person should have their spine checked on a consistent basis from cradle to the grave. Everybody, man, woman, and child at any age. Okay, so once we understand that, well, then that will affect our way that we practice. And if that isn't the foundation of the way that we practice, I think we have kind of an empty, not as satisfying, not as gratifying, burnout sort of a life. And that's exactly what we don't want. We want to be as excited about chiropractic 10 years in, 20 plus years in, 50 years in, and I still want to be involved in chiropractic really until I can't do anything anymore. Like you had Joe Strauss. How incredible is it that he's on there and he's as excited about chiropractic today and the depth of philosophy and how the philosophy can guide chiropractors to high-level success. Why? Through the serving of other people. And I hope to do the same.
Yeah. And so a lot of good things right there to start with. You know, I think what you've always made a good point of and talking about is chiropractic just based on sound physiology. It's just as simple as that. It's just, we look at the textbooks and we know the nervous system is the body's master control system. So once again, it's just based on physiology.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's almost so simple it can confuse people.
Right.
You know, and from my perspective here, I have two different angles I can come from. There's Tory the chiropractor, practicing, seeing patients, consults, exams, office visits, adjusting, referrals, working to get results, figuring out where the subluxations are, the sequence of the adjustments, the frequency of the adjustments, the adjusting the subluxations in people's minds along the way to get them to pull through care and enjoy chiropractic for infinity. There's Tory the chiropractor, but on the consulting side, I get sort of outside of that and I start to think about other chiropractors. Here I'm thinking about me and patients. Now, Tory the consultant, thinking about other chiropractors, I really can evaluate, well, what's their depth of philosophy? And I was going to do this. I was going to say, what's their depth of philosophy? But really it would be this. What's their depth of philosophy? How deep does the well go? Because the depth of the well of philosophy will basically determine how tall and how big you build a practice. And when you have highly philosophical, deep philosophy, foundation, understanding, and I mean belief, like not like, well, you know, I believe that's a parachute. No, I mean, put the thing on my back and I'll jump out of the plane, no problem. Belief. Right. Because that level of belief is what people really want. People aren't, you think they're there because they want their headaches or this or that or the symptom. You think that they're there because they like the way the adjustments, no, they're there, and how long they're there is because of your depth of belief. People love to go to other people who really, really, really believe in what they do. And it doesn't matter if it's a Harley Davidson dealer. It doesn't matter if it's someone that installs swimming pools. It doesn't matter if it's a chiropractor. We love to be around people that are into their work, depth of belief, conviction, certainty, unwavering. And when we have that as chiropractors, there's no way people wouldn't want to be around us, because everybody loves to be around people that have serious belief. That's why I just define myself as Tory the chiropractor. I had to get some work done on a car the other day. I call up Tory the chiropractor here. Tory and chiropractic are synonymous. They mean the same thing. I am the physical, two-legged embodiment of what chiropractic is in physicality as a human being. And I'm proud of that. And I take that seriously. We want to try to instill that in as many other people so they can then reach as many people as they can. Because when you reach a lot of people with chiropractic, of course, you're going to be able to have a tremendous life. And you absolutely deserve it. There's the balance here. But the depth of philosophy is what causes the people to come to you, which causes them to stay with you, which allows you to get the results, which generates the referrals, the continued action, and of course the collections, and with smart money handling and disciplines and physical and health and family and all these other things. You can build what we simply call the chiropractic power life. And I'll say something very quick here, Kev, is Kevin Wilmot is sitting there right now in his house. I'm sitting here in my house, and we are prime examples of the chiropractic power life. Okay? If you crawl into Kevin Wilmot's life and start looking around, you don't start finding things going, oh, yeah, see, he says this, but now I see what he really does. Oh, he told me this in his office, but I see how he really lives. Or you crawl into my life and say, oh, Tory talks, but oh, now I see what's really going on. No. When you crawl into his life or you crawl into mine, you find things that are impressive. Oh, wow, he's got this cool home gym. Oh, wow, he really is working out. Oh, wow, he really does take it. Oh, wow, his kids really are. Oh, wow, he really is a physical. Oh, wow, he really is generous. Oh, wow, he really does live the. See, and when you dig into your life, what do people find? Let's have 50 people come through your house and start opening up all the cupboards and watch you and follow you around for a day, hear everything you say, really see what you think, watch what you do, and then let's just have a report card. And are they going to report back, hey, this person has serious philosophy, depth, principle. They're the real thing. They're not a poser. They're not a wannabe. There are so many chiropractic posers and wannabes, and it's too bad because they never got that philosophical foundation, that principle embedded into them from which then to operate the rest of their life.